Hello, my beautiful swords. How you doing today? This is officially me, Sugar and Spice. Hey, y'all, I was just watching Q and her husband, give out, I guess it was food, and also they was giving out money to, I guess the people that was around this mosque or whatever, wherever they was. But they was dressed in Muslim attire, which, what I'm saying, you have to dress like that when you are around Muslim people. If you want to, I thought at first they was going to go inside of the mosque, but they didn't. So they let you know that they're not Muslims, but they believe in helping people. But I was watching it, and I was thinking to myself, I remember when these people used to go over to these different countries like Haiti, other African countries, nations and stuff that's there, and how they be handing out like foods and stuff like that. The only thing that bothers me about that is, do you see the men, how they are so, they get up on you like, like, you gonna give it to me, like they are supposed to have it. But my thing is, I believe, and I used to watch Andrew Zimmerman. I used to watch the other guy, the one who passed away. And when they would go to countries like that and they try to help them, don't you know that they would basically feed the kids last? And it's like the kids will be left with the scraps. And I'm thinking to myself, all of this influx of people that is coming over here, through the southern borders, and they ended up in New York, Chicago, or Texas, California, and they probably end up in Tennessee too. But what I'm not saying everybody is like this, but the majority of those people that you see are men. And you see the women, and they have kids with them, but God knows whose children those kids actually belong to. Now, just because they got kids with them does not make them the parents of those children. They know that we have sympathy towards kids. And so, we'll make room for them. But our government is the fault. They're allowing these people just rush into this country. Now, we're all immigrants, right? My people are immigrants by not choice, but by force. You see what I'm saying? So when it's like that, I just don't get their culture, because it's like, you owe me, give me, give me, give me. And that scared the crap out of me. When I was watching her and how they were surrounding her, I'm like, wait a minute, she needs protection. She needs somebody around her, that's going to protect her. Because, you know the culture, I don't. You know that they will take it out of your hands if they can. Even down to the children. Because the children, to me, are the most neglected. I'm not saying all of them, okay? I'm just saying what I've seen with my own two eyes. And it scared the crap out of me. Me sitting here in my room, watching this on TV. I was watching Q. I was watching her husband. But what took my focus off of them was the people that they was given to. You had men coming up several times to get things out of Q's hand, the money. And she became overwhelmed because, here we have poverty. And that's another thing, man. How can our government open up hotels and schools for these people that does not have? I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm kind of pissed off at our government. does not have legal rights to anything over here. One man said, I was watching this interview, and he was telling this black woman, no more money for you. No, you're lazy. You know, how you gonna come over here into this country and tell us how to react, and you can't even deal in your own country? But I'm watching this and I'm like, so Biden administration is allowing these people to flood into this country. Somebody told them to come. They coming by the groves, baby. They coming, I mean, they coming fast, like caribou. If y'all don't know what a caribou is, it's something like a deer / what? I don't know, but they're caribous. They run together. So in my mind, I'm like, so you got these young men that is coming to this country, and they feel like they're supposed to have what you got. So what they're going to do, they're going to take it. I'm not saying some of these people are coming over here because they need jobs, you know, but it's taking the money that I worked for all my life. It's taking the money that my mother, my father, my grandparents, and my great-grandparents had to work for all their lives. And our government does not respect us enough to, you know what I'm saying, to take care of our elderly, our children, you know, the ones that is homeless out here. It should not be any homeless people in the United States of America. It shouldn't be like that. First of all, our people, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about the Caucasian people, the legal Mexicans, the legal everybody else should come first. Now, the rest of these people, they should work for it. But our government's got stipends, you know, where they give them money. Like I said, the lady who came and brought my groceries the other day, she's from Venezuela. Brand new, spanking brand new car. But she wants to be a part of the American, as you call, quote unquote, dream, which is nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I love peoples. I don't care where they come from. But if you don't come in the right way, you have no rights. The only right you got is to, I guess, you know what I'm saying, to assimilate and to participate. If our government continue to hand out freebies to these people, they're going to continue to come. And you know, I used to vote Democrat back in the day until I seen that the Democrats, they act like they have the poor people's best interests at heart. They have the best interests of themselves and whomever else they can bring into this country. They are putting at odds people that has been displaced. You know, they done had several stabbings up there in New York. And it's basically the people that is coming, you know, on these buses and planes that our country is allowing this shit to happen every day. And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. They'll show a little bit of it on the news, but they're putting these people up in hotels that most people would never, ever, ever see a day in their life unless they're maids or, you know, or they work for the hotel. And like I said, I don't have nothing against these people, but I'm like, if they're grabbing and groping at this girl because she's handing out money and stuff like that, they'll do the same thing in your mama's neighborhood, in your grandmama's neighborhood. They'll do the same thing to your old people, your children. They'll just take it. Y'all need to open up your eyes, man. And, you know, I was sitting up here thinking about what this lady, you know, Gaboski had said about the Bible, you know, our ancestors. You know, most of our ancestors back in the day couldn't even read. We're learned people. We learned how to read. So what's like I said, every book that has ever been published, it was all written by mankind, whether it's female or male. They always want to throw the Bible. Well, the Bible was written by man. So is the rest of the books. So is the books that your psychiatrists read. So is the doctors. They could not learn none of their crafts unless they had a book or a professor to learn from. You know? So I don't get that when they holler, well, it was written by man. And everything was written by a man. You know, you take that somewhere else. Because I mean, just because you people don't want to really believe. And I'm like, you know, the most hated faith it is the faith in Jesus Christ. That's the one that everybody wants to put down, push up under the rug, and say your belief is not right because you got to be a free thinker. I am a free thinker. I'm not a conformist. You can't put me in a box. I know God is a spirit. It's an energy spirit. I know this. I've always known these things. And, you know, when this lady was trying to explain me on her video, she does not know me. She's 52, 53, 54? Girl, you know what? You're not smart enough to know what I know. I'm not saying, you could be very educated when it comes down to book knowledge. There's more than book knowledge. It gets very deep. If you want to get into the linguistics of things. But I was watching this and I'm like, dang, you know, what? I mean, come on now. If you grab at that girl like they was grabbing at her for what she had, you couldn't wait patiently. These people have no patience. They would take what you got. Now, the only ones I've seen come over here that didn't do that was the Mexicans. They are welcome. I think everybody's welcome. But when you got a group of people that you don't know where they come from, what they did when they was in their country, why they here. You got young daughters and we got sons out here. Young kids. How do you know they won't grapple and grope on them the same way? Because they want what they got. They see them driving around in their car that you probably done worked hard for and bought for your children, and they take it. They kill them and take it. Who's to say they won't do that? Who's to say that they are not even gang members over from where they come from? And they have no kind of empathy towards who we are as Americans. And the majority of them don't like Americans anyway. So my thing is, like I said, myself, I cannot follow a people that I know them folks, a lot of people have been oppressed. They have, by their government, by each other. But then you bring in all of this over here to us as an American. I don't have no other country of origin. I'm a Black American. I'm not an African American. I'm a Black American. And I'm proud to be as such. Now, you know what I'm saying? But that means that they can go and they can claim scholarships that belong to the real African Americans, the people whose ancestors have already been here. They can take their scholarships. They can take your health plan benefits because our government is giving it to them. And we keep voting these people in office that does not have our best interest at heart. Now, I don't really care for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump knew in order to preserve what's over here, let them come in legally. Biden them, on the other hand, they done close their eyes to it. They don't care. Now, when they start knocking on their doors and coming inside their restaurants and into their neighborhoods, then it's going to be a problem. Then they're going to try to pit us as poor people against these other poor people. People that you have given, and you haven't even given to our people who you owe money to. You owe us. You owe us for what you did to our forefathers. But you got these people called, when they get over here and they become citizens, they call themselves African Americans. If it was any kind of reparations for money that they owed our ancestors, that means they'll get it too. And that's not right. So y'all, please think, look at who you vote for. Don't vote for these people just because they Democrats or Republicans or independents. See what they stand for. You know what I'm saying? Research them. Look at their stance on life before you cast your vote. The majority rule, baby. The poor is the majority. There's more poor people in the United States than it is rich people. Now, they try to classify the middle class, but the middle class are poor too. They're not millionaires. I mean, we all in this ship together. If one side sink, all is going to sink. Just like I put in one of my old videos, I said, we are the new Rome. Rome was destroyed from within. And this country is going to be the same way. It's going to be destroyed from within. There's nothing wrong with accepting people from different places in the world, as long as they come in legally, not illegally, because you have no record. They can always see the Mexicans are leaving. They're going back to where they come from, most of them. But then you got an influx of all other kind of people coming over here. So, Swords, keep up that whole armor up. And like I said, don't think this is a hate or rant for hate, because I don't hate anyone. I'm a cautious person, and I watches people. But at this moment, you know what? I'm tired of talking about the mukbang community. I'm tired of talking about these reaction channels, because, you know, it has gotten a little bit it's gotten out of hand. Especially when you try to destroy another person's character. That's just too much. I can't take no more. Because, you know, I find myself calling people evil when I need to pray for them. You know, I doubt I'll be on my knees every night praying for them, but I do ask God to help them to see the light. They have never seen the light. So, with that being said, Swords, I'm finna get off of here. I'm ranting today. It just threw me off. I was looking at it, I'm like, dang, man, for real? It's like I don't know what, it's like they starving to death. But they're not. If you look at them, they look healthy. How are you going to come over to this country and say that you're not going to stay in this place because it's not warm enough for you? I want to go to California. Who gives you that right to make that choice, and you here illegally? You here illegally. How you going to tell this black woman there's no more money for you? How you going to say this and you ain't even a citizen of the United States? But if the white people think that it's going to only affect us black people, man, you is messed up in the head, because it's going to affect you more so, because you got more than what we got. You know what I'm saying? You got a little shit hid and buried. You better start stocking up on them weapons. Because, see, I'm telling you something. These people gonna come. They gonna come. They coming in like a flood. And it's not to build up this country. It's to take from this country anything they want to take, because they feel privileged. They supposed to have it. Y'all take my word for it. You may think I'm an old fool, you know, but God blesses what my grandma used to say? Old folks and damn fools. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here. I may not speak as eloquently as everybody else. I may not be as book smart as everybody else. You know, I may not be able to articulate in certain ways like everybody else, and that's supposed to make them special, but it doesn't. I see stupidity for being stupid. You know, like I said, I didn't even graduate. But I see stupidity out of some doctors and lawyers. You know, and I will voice my opinion. But Swords, I love you all with the love of the Lord. Forgive this old lady for coming out here, you know, ranting and raving. But like I said, when I seen them do Q like that, she needed somebody around her that was protecting of her. Because especially when she got in the car, the way those men were surrounding her, like she was supposed to give it to them. Why come they don't have jobs? Well, you know, maybe they don't have, I mean, you know, we got unemployment here like they do there. But they're men. And I've never seen men beg like that, especially from a woman. You got your hand out like you're a woman and you begging. You're supposed to be givers, not beggars. You know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm just going by what I've seen. So go over and check out the Forever. I can't even say Q's last name. Forgive me, Q. But like I said, I'm a ride or die. I mean, you know, no matter what these people try to say or do, I'm still going to support you. You know, I'm going to support who I want to support. And the ones that I don't want to support, I won't. Because I told y'all when I first started talking this talk months ago, you cannot put me in a box. You cannot tell me how to think and how not to think. You can only change your mindset, not mine. Focus on yourself, not on me. So, loved ones, I'm finna get off of here. And, this other thing I wanted to say about Gaboski. I guess she want to try to use me as an example as far as, like, coming against my beliefs. You know, my belief is my belief. My beliefs have brought me a mighty long way. You know, and I'm not asking her to believe what I believe. I can care less what she believes. You know, her beliefs have nothing to do with me. But I know what I stand up on. I stand up on a solid foundation. I'm not tossed to and fro like the wind. You understand? I know that we're spiritual beings on the inside. But some of us on the inside is dark and is evil. And some of us is not. You look at a person in their eyes and you can tell if that person, sometimes, they can still fool you. If they're good or if they're bad and what's coming out their mouth. Like I told you, our brain is our soil. Everything we hear, we planted it in our brain. We see it, we plant it. It comes out of our mouth and it produces fruit. Either that fruit is going to be good or that fruit is going to be bad. But this is my last time speaking about any of them folks. I don't care what they do anymore. I don't care. I don't care. You know, I have to build up my own channel and care about things that I know that's important to me, which is my kids, my grandkids, myself. I'm going to continue to talk about God. I will never, ever deny Jesus, period. I don't care about what these professors says. I don't care about these book of theologies. I don't care about none of that. I don't even care about science, even though I love science. I still know how I feel in my heart. My heart is attached to my body. You know, I am my heart. I am my brain. But sometimes my brain do tell me lies. So you got to be able to decipher between the two. But y'all, I'm finna get off of here. I love y'all. And I hope y'all get some kind of understanding out of this little commentary that I just gave. And like I said, I was mainly like, I was tripping because I'm like, God Lord. But go over and watch it and leave in the comments and tell me what you think. How these people was like, I mean, I just don't get that. But I do know in certain tribal customs, they do put their children last. And they take it first. The men, then the women, the elderly and the handicapped, and the children are last. And that's not a good heart. I don't care if they Muslim or Christians. So anyway, I mean, when my granny and them cooked, the kids ate first. And we would sit down, you know what I'm saying, as a family. My plate was always, the kids in my family plates was already fixed. Because they felt like they get us out the way, then they can do what they had to do. You always feed your kids first. Your kids and your grandparents. But this is one granny. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. This is one grandmama that is not going to stop talking until I'm dead. As long as God give me the strength to open my mouth and speak, I'm going to continue to speak. I'm going to continue to come to the ones that I know that cares about me. Now, I don't know any of my subscribers, but I thank God for each and every last one of y'all because you did not have to come to my channel. You do not have to leave a comment. You didn't even have to give me a thumbs up. But I thank God for those that has done it. I thank you. And I thank the ones who have shared my videos out. And I know this is a little raunchy because all you seeing is my curtain and my box. Sometimes you see my TV. And then sometimes you see my mug, which I'm not ashamed of the way I look. I look the way I look because it's the way I look. I've never been afraid of my age. I've never been afraid of me missing teeth. I've never been afraid of anything when it comes down to me. So no person can try, they can try, but I'm still know who I am. I'm wonderful me. Regardless if another person sees it or not. But like I said, I ain't got time to go back and forth with no imp. I don't. I put you under my feet. And as I walk, I dust my feet off. Because I don't carry trash with me. And see, I had to realize that because I was a little upset by what this woman had did to Q. But, you know, Q's a woman. She knows how to handle herself, you know. But anyway, I love you all. And I'm praying for every last one of you all. And like I said, thank you for leaving me such positive comments on my channel. And thank the ones that comes and tries to be a little smart, no disrespect and stuff like that's what they said to me. But, you know, it is what it is. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not supposed to because you got your own brain. But being in what they said, a cult, I would never. It's just like I could never been a prostitute. I've never been the type of woman that you can tell me something and I'm going to believe you. I have to experience it and see it for myself. Y'all, let me tell you, I had ordered from DoorDash. It was Sunday when it started snowing here in Tennessee. And, you know, just little simple things. I ordered some washing powder, bleach, and I love hot skins. And I had got me some, you know, those donuts, the one with the coconut on them, and some peanut butter cookies. That's what I bought. And how about the DoorDash person took my order and gave it to the people behind me in the apartment building? And I'm like, I tracked it down through my phone, right? And I was calling him to say, dude, you put my groceries on somebody else's porch. And he would not answer his phone, so I texted him what I just told you. And I'm like, let me call DoorDash. So I called him, so I finally got somebody on the phone. And I told him, I said he was still on the grounds right here where I live, and he could have went right back and got my stuff off of this person's porch. So my son got in day before yesterday, and I told him about it. So he was like, I'm going around there and see what's going on. So I showed him exactly where they dropped it off there because it's on my phone, right? They put it in somebody's chair. I don't have any chairs on my front porch. So he went around there and he knocked on the door. The lady upstairs said, oh, she said, yeah, it was some package here. But she said, I gave it to the lady downstairs because I thought it was hers. So he went downstairs to talk to the lady. The lady was a little elderly lady. And she wasn't as old as I am. But anyway, the first thing came out of her mouth is, no, I don't know about no groceries. I mean, I eat skins all the time. And he said, skins? He said, I didn't say anything about no skins. He said, well, I was asking you about the package that you got that belonged to my mama. My mama's she wasn't able to come around here to get her package. And she was like, well, I get my stuff from Walmart all the time. And he was like, no, this came from a dollar store. Oh, yeah, I get mine from a dollar store too. So basically, she took a package that didn't belong to her. And she also decided she was not going to turn it in, was not going to give my son. My son was like, you can have everything else in that bag. All I need is the washing powder and the bleach. Because my mother bleaches and cleans everything. I cannot stand a dirty bathroom. I cannot stand a dirty kitchen. Really, I can't stand a dirty nothing. Now, I'm a pack rat. I've showed y'all I'm a pack rat. Most of it, you know, like hair products, stuff on my computer. Look. You know, I'm a pack rat in my room. But the rest of my house, you know, is nothing out like this. I have to be able to have these things. The ones you see, all this over here is stuff that I use. Even down to my, you know what I'm talking about, what I paint with. But what I'm saying is that everything's got to be where I can get to it, me being in this wheelchair. So anyway, he came around here. He told me what the lady had said. And I was like, you didn't get smart. He said, no, Mama, you're not going to get smart with that old lady. He said, I was just thrown off when she said, oh, yeah, I get myself from dollar store, too. And she knew she had my things. And I'm like, I would have felt funny, me sitting down in my house, eating something I know that I didn't pay for. So she ate the skin, she ate the donuts and all that right there. And, I would feel funny. Now I'm afraid to trust DoorDash now. And I told him, I said, y'all, your drivers didn't even bring my stuff to my house. So just tell me what y'all would have done. I called them. They gave my refund back. But they said I had to wait 7 days to get it back, even though when I bought the stuff, they took it off my card quickly, within the seconds. But I called and I complained. I told them, I said, if somebody called your drivers and they haven't left the premises, why come he just went back and got my stuff and brought it to me? He didn't want to do it. So I told him, I said, I don't want to tip him. I'm not going to tip somebody that gives my stuff to somebody else. So anyway, maybe my daughter said, well, maybe she needed it, Mama. So I thought about it like maybe she did. So I'm finna stop griping about it. I had to pray about it. Because if I could have got up on my feet, I probably would have went around there and whooped her whole ass. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. But, it's just the fact of lying. I can't stand a liar. You knew that the package did not belong to you, but you kept it. Like I said, old people can be thieves too. Old people can tell lies. Old people can do a lot of things that you think only young people can do. But like it is what it is. I'm sitting here now wondering, should I call them again? Because I don't know what to do. I don't have that kind of money to be pulling out of my bank account like that. Even though all my bills and stuff like that is paid, I just feel like I was giving away something that I didn't want to give, because I needed it. But y'all, I'm finna get off of here. Keep that armor up. Keep reading your Bible. Rightly divide the word of God. Like I said, it's not because man wrote the Bible. The reason why I read it for inspiration, because it encourages me to do better and to think better and to know when I've done wrong. And a lot of people don't like to feel like they did wrong. Yeah, we all do wrong. But to know that you have a merciful God that will forgive you, that's all that you need. But will he keep forgiving you? Yeah, to judgment. And a lot of people, they actually get mad because I say that you will reap what you sow. It's just the way it is. That's the law of attraction. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. You sow good things, you will reap good things. You sow bad things, you're going to reap bad things. Just like the sun, everything has its season, everything has its time. It may not come in my lifetime, but it will happen. So y'all, I'm finna get off here. Love y'all. Bye.